Hello. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 and answer some of the questions that we had for our Module 5 discussion. So for the first question, the text is asking, or it's asking about select one item or what the author was talking about and how it relates to me. And I chose from the text, it was Shawn Mendes. So he listed that. He listed that somewhere in here. I don't have it pulled up at that exact spot. But so it says Shawn Mendes, a very popular. So I said he's a very popular singer. So in a songwriter, so he gets his message out through singing. And if we showed someone, okay, so if someone had to interpret our culture based solely on him, then they think we're pretty dramatic because he sings about his love life, and he's a very good singer. He's very talented, and that's the kind of music we listen to. And I think that they would interpret it in such a way that we would come across as like, oh, this is kind of a very romantic culture, and our relationships are very, very important. Especially our romantic relationships. So, all right, and three primary groups in my life are going to be my family, coworkers, and my close group of friends. So my coworkers are really good friends of mine. Those are a lot of people who I hang out with, and I've known them for years. We get together, we hang out, and do play instruments together, and we like my family, my dad and I will go out on rides and everything. Um, and so family obviously is into that. Uh, and so secondary, I'd say my classmates, my extended relatives, and the people I work for. So I'm a mover, and I work in moving people into retirement homes and everything like that. So I feel like those people play a large part of my life, but they're not as vital as those people in my primary group. So the trans theoretical model, that was very interesting to me because I think I took a little bit more of a clever approach on this one. I said dieting and bodybuilding for this. Personally, I've gotten into bodybuilding a few, like 5, 6 months ago, and I've learned that it's very hard. The dieting, it's not. I wouldn't consider it like an addiction, like smoking or something, but it's a behavior. So um, it's eating. Like fruits, vegetables, all those macros and micronutrients, all that stuff, and it's like meal prep and everything. So here I have the model right here, and it says contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, relapse, pre-contemplation. Okay, so I have thought of meal prep. I want to do meal prep. I prep the meals, which is the action. I eat the meals and everything like that. Keep it going. Oh shoot, a donut. It's that's just the first thing that kind of came to mind. I don't know if that's exactly what they're looking for. I really think it is. It's not. So I'm gonna go with that. And the terms of cultural hegemony, hegemony. Sorry, I can't read. And cultural imperialism, as they appear in the text, and so hegon, hegon, hegemonic masculinity, the public display of male dominance, or cultural imperialism. It's actually the first time I've tried reading that out loud, so sorry. The creation of maintenance, so excuse me, of an unequal power relationship between cultures wherein one dominates the other. And so the one I thought of immediately was the automotive industry. You see a lot of guys who work in that field, and or not very many women I just have a feeling like the men. One of my friends actually just quit his job because, they really had, terrible management. It was one guy in charge, and if it didn't go his way, then it was his way or the highway, and that's just kind of like, a small portion. I feel like there's many businesses that are run like that, so it's just like a small for like a subgroup and or a micro group, sorry, um, and I feel like a lot of businesses are like this. It's getting better as we, especially with these kind of movements that we've had recently. But like, yeah, and so the tactics and strategies people use on social media and how they are similar to us in person is I have two quotes on here, and they're kind of different. So one says, "You might post a review about your experience with all the mixers as well as the service." Those kind of mixers. Anyway, um, we communicate about our experiences and how we like this and how we didn't like that in person all the time. You know, doing it over text or over social media doesn't make, you know, think we'd still get the same outcome as if we were doing it in person. But excuse me, one thing that about posting stuff online is here's the quote. It says, "What you post online, from images to words to sounds and movies, is very difficult to remove." Oh, sorry. But yeah, it's true. It goes on the cloud and it stays up there forever. But and if we do that now, and we talk in person, we're held a lot less. It's more of taking someone's word for it, and it's not always as reliable. But if you post something on the internet, it's there forever, and it's not going away. So. This one is to demonstrate affiliation according to the text. Affiliation is the representation of membership, including the display of common symbols, images, values, or words through close proximity and presence. And so face to face, I think of affiliation as something like you be affiliated with a gym, like a gym membership. Um, and then online, I feel like it'd be more like a Facebook group or something that you guys all have in common. So, like, I know you mentioned it, Professor, but it's about your dad's support group, I believe it is. Um, you're all dads, and that's something you all have similar, and it's, you're affiliated to that group. In what ways are we able to collaborate for social change? So, um, in the online environment, well, here's the quote that I took. And it's, for example, the World Bank launched an online cross cultural interactive game called Evoke. Players who successfully complete all 10 missions and quests earn certification as the World Bank Institute Certified Social Innovator. The challenges are not simple. They involve poverty, hunger, sustainable energy, water security, conflict, disaster relief, healthcare, education, and human rights. So, it says the game is designed to teach collaboration, creativity, knowledge, networking, entrepreneurship, courage, resourcefulness, sustainability, and vision. There's not a single bad thing that I'm learning in there. It sounds like, um, there's the positives way outweigh the negatives in this, and it's, little things like that people create. There's also giant changes too, like GoFundMe, where it's like you can donate stuff in real, outside of the online world, but it's just, there's so many ways to make movements online because everything reaches out fast. Because you're able to communicate so much faster than, face to face. So, yeah, I think that pretty much answers it. So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thanks.